Well, hi, Ro. I was I was supposed to be done working. I wasn't even on the shift today. I got called in and told him I could work until 7 and then didn't get off work until 20 minutes ago at 8:20 something. No, I think it was 8:30. So uh I was initially planning on starting Persona 5 Tactica next between Yakuza 7 and 8. But 1, this should be shorter. 2, I need something chill. I say chill, but this game is actually written by Yoko Taro instead of only being directed by him like the other two were, and is supposedly a lot more depressing. Probably related to being written by Yoko Taro. At least partly written by Yoko Taro. But like, all of my favorite comfort games are depressing. All of my favorite media is depressing.
Greetings! Oh, did I surprise
Except
you?
for Fullmetal Alchemist.
I am the Game Master.
Fullmetal Alchemist is like the only
Pleased to
thing in
make
my
your
list of favorites
acquaintance.
that's not
Let's begin,
just...
shall we? My job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards. So I'd be very pleased if you would play with the sound on. That being said, my voice is also subtitled.
I mean, Fullmetal
like
Alchemist definitely has parts where it's depressing, but it's nowhere close to Yoko Taro's stuff or Madoka Magica or the Souls games. Or SMT. SMT also has bits where it's like Persona 4 is definitely not that bad, but Persona 3 is literally entirely about depression, and 5 is still pretty dark. And mainline SMT is like...
It looks like you're all set. Well then.
Mainline SMT is way darker than even Persona 3 is.
Welcome to the world of Voice of Cards. You're about to embark on a journey.
From the bits I have played. I haven't played as much mainline SMT. I do want to.
This realm is home to humans and monsters.
Oh, and Signalis. Signalis is definitely up there with depression. And pretty high in my list of favorite games, favorite media. And the Milk games that you I assume you were there when I made Squid Stream Milk and Milk 2. Those games are fun.
It is there you and your allies' adventure will unfold. I look forward to seeing where the journey takes you.
Yeah, like, all of my favorite media is either shit like Milk or shit like Sewer Rave. There is no in between. Unless it's Fullmetal Alchemist. There is only
The girl
crippling
faces off against a
depression
monster
and the
within a
silliest
cave.
shit you've ever seen. Belts.
The girl adjusts her stance, readies her weapon, and lunges at her opponent.
Needs more. Needs more belts. Interesting look for the gyms in this game. Oh, we actually have a defend thing. I actually have a defend. Oh wait, that replaced my charge option though. I didn't have a charge option, I only had defend.
The monster defeated, the girl lets out a sigh of relief.
With the exception of the super boss in the second game, there's not really been much reason to have a defend
She surveys
option.
the area, but sees neither hide nor
And there
prey
wasn't a
of the
defend
beast.
option in the first two games. I kind of wish there was for that super boss. Maybe this one will be harder.
This girl is the hero of our story, and your window into
Okay,
the
I kind of hope she gets a different outfit, you can see in this background thing. I like this one more. I kind of wish we got to keep this one. I like the belts.
Despite your youth, you are a fierce warrior who defends your village from monsters. I have to get home. Your mission accomplished, you quickly leave the area.
I have played 2 of these games. No progression further into this cave for now. What?
In this world,
Oh,
there
that
are
was
creatures known
down.
as monsters. Humans
Hey, I
have
mean, a
long been
lot
in
of people
conflict
playing
with these
Pokemon.
beasts.
A lot of people playing Pokemon have probably changed their answer to that since the 90s. To be fair.
This trap was rigged up to protect.
Oh, we live
the
underground.
village.
Okay.
Boulders drop from above and crush the monsters below.
I was wondering why we went lower. I guess we just live underground in this game. I also was not expecting this game to have
This concealed
a
pit
feminine
trap was dug
voice
in order to protect
for the
village.
narrator.
A growing pile of monster corpses lies at its bottom. This ballista was installed to safeguard the village. Its massive arrows have split many a monstrous skull.
I will be right back. I forgot to
Your
keep my phone
village
with me.
lies deep beneath the earth. Everyone has taken to living underground to safeguard themselves from the monsters. Although the village itself is well protected, the people within it are slowly but steadily spiraling toward ruin. The village is the same as always. It appears the battle above has not affected life here at all. An elderly man approaches you. Well done hunting down those beasts. Are you unharmed? He asks. You nod. He gives a sigh of relief, then begins asking question after question about the monster's strength and numbers. He appears to be worried about the gates and mechanisms on each level and whether they'll be enough to defend the village. Don't worry, I'll protect the village, you reassure him in a cheery voice, then continue on your way home.
Hi, Bun. Hope you're doing well.
The old man seems uneasy. I wonder if our village is truly safe from those beasts.
There's 2 houses in this village?
The girl's face lights up when she
That's
sees
cute.
you. Hey,
Art.
come play with me again, she chirps, giving you a tight hug. There are large gaps in the roof and walls, but it hardly matters in a village with no rain.
I feel like gaps in the walls would still matter.
The young man's face
Oh,
turns
that's a
red.
gay design.
If you need anything, I'm your guy, he exclaims. Ooh. The old woman smiles gently at you. Thank you for protecting our village, but don't push yourself too hard, dear, she says. As you enter your house, your mother envelops you in a warm hug. Your mother seems worried as you haven't been home in days. You've been away for so long. Let the others know you've returned, she says, handing you a basket full of eggs.
Egg.
They're eggs from your chickens. It's your job to distribute these throughout the village. Okay, I'll be right back, you exclaim with a cheerful smile. After you give the old woman a few eggs, she hands you some homemade seasonings. I will. You take care of yourself too, you hear? You reply in a lively voice.
I can't change the narrator's volume without going back to the fucking title screen. In a game from 2022. Oh. Okay, never mind. I thought I remembered there being a way to in the previous
Welcome
games,
to the world
but...
of Voice of Cards. Welcome to the world of Voice of Cards. Welcome to the world of Voice of Cards. Just as you're about to hand the young man some eggs, you see his ears turn red, and he lifts a jar of water up. Don't worry, I can handle it, you assure him. Then take the jar and hand him some eggs. When the girl notices you, she immediately presents you with an armful of potatoes.
Hell yeah. I love potatoes.
That's incredible, you exclaim, giving her a good-natured pat on the head. You then trade her some eggs for the giant potato. Welcome to the world of Voice of Cards. You hand the elderly man some eggs, and he gives you a large fish in return.
Hell yeah. I love fish too. Where did you get a fish in a cave? Where did you get this?
The elderly man
There's been
forces
no
a
water.
smile, and
I
you
have
give
seen
him a
no
smile of your
water.
own. Everything will be all right, you reassure him before heading on your way. After making sure everyone receives their eggs, you quickly head home, spoils in hand. You return home to see tasty dishes upon the table. While simple, it is more extravagant than usual. Happy birthday, dear, your mother says, stroking your cheek gently.
She doesn't have dead mom hair. I'm still kind of expecting this whole village to just fucking die.
That's right. Today is the day you turn 14.
What? She's only 14?
Your mother gifted you a handmade plush animal for the occasion. Oh, what an adorable plushie! I'm sorry I can't give you more, your mother laments, but you have nothing but gratitude for her. Just then, your stomach starts to rumble. Your mother smiles and asks,
What?
"Shall we eat?" That night at bedtime, you lay upon your bed with your plush animal in your arms. Yep, that's it, you say to yourself decisively. Your name is Ram. Your new plush animal officially has a name. It's nice to meet you, Ram. My name is...
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's no default canon name.
You introduce yourself to the plush animal, as any well-mannered person would.
Allah? I don't know how to read that.
You decide to show your new friend your most prized possession. You grab the book that's always beside your pillow and flip through until you reach a certain page. Aren't the stars just beautiful? This is what the outside world looks like. I want to see it with my own eyes someday, you confess. Not long after, you feel yourself getting sleepy. A yawn escapes your mouth. But just then, a scream echoes.
There
through
it
the
is.
village. Monsters.
There it is. This whole village is dying.
You dash out of your house. Not a moment later, the old woman rushes over. "The upper gates have been breached," she cries. Your mother rushes over with a concerned look on her face and places something in your hand.
Yeah, I figured. Where'd the old man go?
Before the 4th level gate, the villagers face off against the incoming beasts. An elderly man turns to you and exclaims, "We must close the gate. Please stop the monsters." You nod and turn both pointed gaze and pointed weapon at the creatures. There are many traps nearby that will help you defeat the monsters. Use them to protect the gate.
Okay, I wasn't expecting the door to actually... I know... Not only have I played 2 of these games, I have played a card game in the last 20 years.
You defended the gate splendidly. Once the battle is over, the villagers tell you that the upper levels are in danger, so you make your way up. The young man is fighting back monsters, but is losing ground. It won't be long before they reach the gate. I'll fight them off. You close the gate, you shout. The young man grimaces. I'm so sorry, he says, closing the gate behind him.
Now I'm stuck out here.
To battle.
Maybe we have a defend option in this game because it's gonna start doing the
You manage to defend the gate, but see the old man from the village approach.
the typical JRPG thing where enemies will spend a turn charging in a big attack,
Blood oozes out of a gaping wound
and that
on
you're
his back.
intended to defend.
You rush to his side and check his pulse, but he doesn't have one. But the village, you gasp out, your heart trembling in anger and unease.
They're all dead. I knew it was coming. They're all fucking dead.
Pebbles patter down on you from above. When you look up, you see a giant hole in the ceiling. You wonder if that's how the monsters got in. Oh no. Your mother. Is she safe? The young man has already breathed his last. No longer will that cheerful voice ever call out to you. The girl has already breathed her last. No longer will you
Record
feel her little
time
hand hold
child
yours.
death.
The old woman has already breathed her last. No longer will those warm eyes ever look upon you. You rush into your house, panting for breath, and find your mother on the ground in a pool of blood. Mother, you shriek. She opens her eyes, but only just. You sob and scream as you cling tight to her, but she never wakes to console you.
I'm glad we got a text card for the mom being dead and saying nothing.
Ram lies among the rubble, tattered and frayed. It is beyond repair. Your screams are the only sounds in the village that once hummed with life. Just then, a monster with a wounded eye appears. I found a survivor. As the monster shouts those resentful words, it lunges at you. You can't bring yourself to put up a fight.
There's no way I would be winning this fight anyway.
Everyone you ever cared about is gone forever.
I could do 2 damage a turn to him. It would take me 25 turns. I would not survive that long.
The monster roars with laughter. Is this all you sub-Terran worms can do? It taunts. The monster brandishes its weapon, readying to strike the final blow. Having lost all those precious to you, you close your eyes and resign yourself to your fate. When you open your eyes, you see the gravely wounded beast on the ground. You also see a boy, who you assume is
Okay,
the
I
one
wasn't
who
expecting
struck
this to
down
be the way this
monster.
character is introduced.
You okay?
He looked way
He
too
asks.
emo.
In a faint voice, you ask him who he is. I'm here to save you, he answers as he helps you to your feet. Come on. This place is about to collapse, he says, then pulls you along. Maybe it's the shock, but you think you hear Ram, crushed under the debris, whisper, "Go."
Oh. Sick. Emo Twink joined the party.
Your home, your village, your family. Memories of your life underground flood your mind. You remember the old man who was such a worrywart, but only because he loved the village more than anyone else. You remember the little girl who always asked you to play with her.
I don't like this tearing sound
You
effect.
remember the regrettably unreliable but
Normally,
undeniably
paper tearing
kind-hearted
is
young
not
man.
like a sound that.
You remember the wise old woman who taught you all manner of things. Your heart aches for your mother, who loved you more than anyone. The old man has already breathed his last.
I have to fill in every square. Or. They're not squares. I have to fill in every card.
We're almost at the surface, the mysterious boy says. You don't know if you can trust him, but you have nowhere else to go. Though your legs are unstable, you keep moving forward, unsure what awaits. You lay eyes on the surface for the first time in your life. Captivated by the endless sands before you, you scoop up a handful. Just then,
Of course.
the passage leading to your
Convenient.
village collapses. Your family, friends, and even Ram, are all buried in the sand now. You fall to your knees, overcome with grief. The boy stares at you, watching as you sob until you can barely breathe. Once you've calmed, he speaks. "Let's go," he says, then begins walking.
He's still technically in my party, so...
The boy stands before some sort of wreckage. It appears to be the remains of some mode of desert transportation that was destroyed by a sandstorm.
That's a boat.
Whatever was inside of it seems to be missing, too. "Can you walk?" he asks you. For the first time, you realize just how thirsty you are. You shake your head, and the boy tells you of an oasis to the west. "Try not to faint before then," he says curtly.
Oh, ow.
Once you arrive, both you and the boy scoop water out of the oasis to quench your parched throats.
Why is my guy wearing a jacket in the desert?
You swallow, hoping to ease the dryness in your throat, and cast your hollow eyes at the sky. "I can't see the stars," you murmur. "Of course you can't," he replies. "The sun never sets here." In a world without night, stars are merely a thing of fairy tales. You can't see the stars when there's light out. When you ask
I
the
know.
boy where he's going,
Narrator
his
lady.
answer is short.
I know how light pollution works. Vaguely.
To get revenge. Revenge. A darkness finds its way into your once hollow eyes. You stifle the unusual feeling welling up inside of you and whisper, "I want to live a peaceful life." "Are you okay with that?" the boy asks. You're not, and your body trembles in rage just remembering what happened.
Then why even give me the option?
"Follow me," he says. You take it. The boy says he's heading to Steelborough in the north to find a means to exact his revenge. You decide to head that way with him.
Sorry I keep pausing. I've got... some loose bits of skin just barely under the edge of my fingernail that I'm trying to get at, because it's annoying. Finally.
Battle time.
The guy's stats are just better than mine. Oh wait, I think the gyms might look like that because I'm using some of the DLC cosmetics that are supposed to be near reincarnation themed. Hold up. Yeah, I need to actually finish the rest of the story, but I keep, I opened it and then realized I didn't remember any of the short stories from the first part of the game. I got to the first ending, quotation marks, because it's a Nier game, forever ago, like right after the game released, and then I never started the second part. There is an in-game recap option, but that shit takes a while. Hi, Kay.
Get him.
I worked way longer than I was supposed to today. So, I am playing this game instead of Persona 5 Tactica because this should be much more chill, except for this one is supposed to be a lot more depressing than the other two that I've already played were, but yeah. I already talked about that. A lot of the media I like is just depressing.
To battle.
What was in the first chest that I opened? I don't remember. I already forgot. Oh, I think it was a consumable. I think it was another salve. Yes. The gems looked like that because I was using the Nier reincarnation. Oh, like, that kind of stuff doesn't really make me, like, sad or depressed. I just like dark shit. I like my stuff a little fucked up. For fun. Fair.
You find yourself in awe of the large and lively town, a far cry from where you came from. As you stand wide-eyed in wonder, the boy says, "Follow me," and walks off.
I played the prior two games and loved them.
Steel boats are lined up before you. They remind you of the ones in your book, though those vessels floated upon the ocean.
Yeah, this is the third game in the series. They're actually in order. This is the first one, this is the second. Beasts of Burdens is the third one. There's actually also a demo for the first one that is its own story that's just not in the main game.
The boy sees your eyes darting about and laughs. What? Are you a country bumpkin or something? Country bumpkin. You repeat his words curiously. "You can't be serious," he exclaims in bewilderment.
Game parlor.
You contemplate entering the
God
strange
damn it.
building, but decide it's best
Let me
not to go
game.
poking around unfamiliar places.
Also, I need to BRB really quick because I just remembered something I was supposed to find and send my dad a picture of earlier, and then I had to go to work. And I need to unpause the VOD
You finally catch up to the
before
boy.
I forget. Okay, you can go to sleep now. Good night.
Apparently tired of waiting for you, he grabs your hand and pulls you into the grandiose building. In front of the boy stand several masked elders. "I brought her," he says, briefly introducing you. "Very well, you may go," they tell him curtly. As he passes, he whispers to you that these people are members of the town's governing body, the Senate.
I am the Senate.
"We are the ones who told him to bring you here," one of the senators explains in pompous tones. "It appears, for whatever reason, they have need of you." The senator refers to you as a subterran. According to legend, those who live beneath the surface have the power to subjugate monsters. He says they have need of that power. The senator explains the town's situation to you. The people of Steelborough have been living by the grace of a mighty monster known as the Steel Primal that inhabits the mines. But in recent years,
Primal?
that beast has begun to rampage. The senator explains that due to the primal's influence, other monsters have been growing violent.
This is sounding very familiar.
It may be why your village was attacked, he says with an exaggerated frown. The three senators ask you to use your powers to subdue the Steel Primal. You find the senators to be haughty and the whole situation unpleasant. But in order to exact your revenge on the monsters, you
Stop
destroy
giving me
your
the
home.
option to say no if
You
you're not
want
gonna
more
if you're not gonna let me
information.
say no.
If it means getting revenge, I'll do it, you say. Just then,
Oh.
one of the senators speaks.
You have no idea how to use your so-called
According
powers
to
to
legend,
subjugate beasts.
You
Okay.
need special tools to activate your powers. Summoned by the senator, the boy presents you with new clothes and a weapon.
No.
He also hands you a bundle of papers that look like cards. You take them as told.
Let me keep my old outfit.
Those clothes suit you perfectly. It looks like you're ready, a senator says, and a monster in a steel cage is brought in. Now, Subterran, show us your powers. They all but come. Though surprised by the sudden turn of events, you take your weapon in hand.
So is this gonna be this one is gonna be a monster taming game,
To
huh?
battle.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Am I not supposed to? Huh? Cards afflicted with attack down have lower attack. Yes, I know. I know. These games are very simple. I know how to play them.
You defeat the beast with ease. And then... the cards you were handed
okay.
earlier begin to glow. And
Get in the
light
fucking
envelops the
card.
monster.
We Yu-Gi-Oh now.
The senators explain that you can now summon the beast and use it in battle. With a trembling hand, you raise the card with the monster sealed inside it.
Oh, okay. It's not a
Just like
monster
the
taming
legend,
game.
the
It's
senators
a blue
exclaim with
magic
joy.
game. It's Final Fantasy VIII.
You affix your gaze on the card. If only I had this power before, my village wouldn't have. Having witnessed your power, the senators order you to make for the mines northwest of town. One of them hands you some money for your journey. Seeing you gaze at the money with a curious expression, the boy explains. Above ground, we use this to buy things and pay
Gross.
people to work. Having lived your whole life beneath the surface, you don't quite understand the coin he's given you. But you can tell it's not much.
300. What do you mean, not much?
The senators then summon the boy and give you both an edict. Defeat the steel primal in the mines and seize its power.
Yeah, this is just Final Fantasy VIII.
With that, you and the boy make your way toward the monster's den.
Where's the hot teacher that keeps making questionable comments?
You're ready
To you.
to set off toward the mines. I have an errand to run, the boy tells you. You can do some shopping while you wait. And without further ado, he walks away. You despair for a moment, having never gone shopping before. But with nothing else to do, you set out in search of shops.
I can skip this tutorial. I live in a capitalism. I know how shops work.
Hey there, miss. How about a pretty hairpin? I think it'd suit you perfectly, a man calls out to you. He seems to be some sort of merchant. Knowing that you cannot waste your precious money, you scurry away. You see a woman holding a parasol and can't help but wonder what it's for.
Shade. That's what those are for.
The gatekeeper bars your path. Only those with business in the mines are allowed to pass. You see a woman stuffing her mouth with something delectable and ask her what she's eating. This is just normal bread, she answers. Just normal bread? You repeat curiously.
And I can
No
game.
sooner have you set foot inside the game parlor, then you hear the boy at the counter call to you, "Let's play cards."
Please. Bruh. You fucking idiot. Okay, dude. There's no more 8s left. But I'm not giving this kid mine. I mean, there's only this turn left anyway.
You're pretty good, the boy beams,
good.
placing a commemorative prize in your hand.
Oh. Okay.
You enter the inn, and the proprietor says, "Guest of the Senate, right? I can't take your money then. Looks like you don't need to pay to rest here." After you enter the shop, you realize you have no clue what to do next. Not long after, the shopkeeper comes over to speak to you. You tell him that you don't understand how shopping works. Though initially surprised, the man patiently explains all you need to know. He then asks if there is anything you would like to buy and shows you his wares.
Yikes.
Anything else? The shopkeep inquires. What can I help you with? The shopkeep asks.
Huh. I would be very surprised if we run into any enemies giving curse this early in the game. I'm still gonna buy one of everything though.
Anything else? The shopkeep inquires. You enter a store and see dozens upon dozens of monsters. You quickly ready your weapon for a fight. Just then, the shopkeeper rushes out. "Stop," he exclaims. "Wait." He claims that the monsters are for sale. Upon closer inspection, you realize that they are bound by chains. Something about the conversation leaves you feeling icky, so you turn to leave. But you realize that you could harness your subterran power to control the monsters. The boy returns, wiping his hands on his clothes. You wonder if his errand was just a simple trip to the restroom. The time has finally come to fight the primal. "What can I help you with?" the shopkeep asks. Anything else? The shopkeep inquires.
Oh. I only get one at a time right now. Shit.
The gatekeep, having gotten official notice from the senators, allows you to pass. "You may pass freely," he says. As you walk, the boy asks, "Do you think I can summon the monsters in the cards too?" Unsure yourself, you decide to test it right away.
Okay, the game didn't let me though. Yeah. Oh, I didn't rest. I should probably do that.
I guess you could just let the monster go, he remarks. Faced with your hate-filled denial, he murmurs, right. Need a room for the night? The innkeeper asks as you enter. The party takes leave of the inn, feeling rested and refreshed.
Oh, wait. I'm a little stupid. Attack up doesn't do anything to that.
Give me a drink, bartender.
Thank you for the follow. Jess Egglord. I like that. Egg.
That's how it's done.
Huh. Oh. Okay. Hmm. I really wasn't expecting, multiple rarities of the same card, and the higher rarity ones are just better. I was kind of just expecting there to be one.
A bizarre rock appeared.
Like,
it seems primed to explode. The bizarre rock transformed
God
into a
damn
fear
it.
rock. The only way out of this fight is through it. Battle time.
I'm doing alright. I hope you're doing well, and welcome to my stream. I guess I should actually, like, do something with, like, my theming, my lore. The lore that I have completely ignored. Lore. No. Abilities don't need to be equipped, they're always active. I used to be a lot more into, like, actually learning about history stuff. I still enjoy it, I just don't, like, go out of my way for it anymore. A lot of my history learning stuff is just from overly sarcastic productions on YouTube. Oh, I do watch a few alt history channels too.
That's how it's done.
Overly sarcastic productions is 2 people, but there's more than 2, but there's 2 main people. The guy there does history, yeah. The 2 of them, they upload every Friday, but they alternate. They take turns uploading, so they do history every other week. I did not mean to. No, bye.
What can I help you with? The shopkeep asks.
I think I've heard of them. I think. You have no equipment to sell. I can buy the better sword. I've not heard of that one. Advised to be at least level 3. Okay. I don't care. That sign can't stop me. I can't read. Gaze. Yeah, I've definitely not heard of that one. That one's got me interested. Oh, this is just yours. Okay, yeah. I sort of guessed that, but then I saw the @ was just Jesse. I'm not really sure how to read the rest of that, unfortunately. This might be a little overkill. I probably should have used the attack up on the girl.
For some reason, the monster doesn't attack. It just stares at you, silently.
Rogue, I know you gotta have an emote for this. This absolutely seems like something you'd have an emote for. I wish I had a Rember emote so I could post that off of that. This is... Heal! Of course, I've heard of Miku. This is the last game of a little teeny RPG series that's directed by Yoko Taro, who directed Nier and Drakengard, and that's really all he's known for right now. Actually, he did a few mobile games too, but one of those is dead and the other one is about to die. Yoko Taro. What else have you done? I guess calling him a video game director isn't quite accurate. He really likes just doing random media, whatever the fuck he's interested in the moment. He worked on Time Crisis 2? Okay, yeah, apparently since Drakengard 1, it's really only been Drakengard and Nier, which is a spin-off of Drakengard. And the one mobile game that's already dead. And the other one that's about to be... You motherfucker. Except the other mobile game that's about to die is also Nier. So...
What's this, you ask? The boy tells you it's a minecart.
I love Yoko Taro.
Is a wheel.
I know what a minecart is, narrator.
The intrigue glimmer in your eyes. The boy says, "Walking is a pain."
These games are also sort
You
of
might as well get in.
like vaguely inspired by tabletop RPGs. It's not a tactics game like tabletop RPGs tend to be. Of course it did. I mean, what I remember from the story, the story setup is basically the same as Nier Reincarnation anyway, so like I feel like he knew that Sino Alice was about to die and just decided, but what if I just do it again? And used the same setup for Near Reincarnation.
To battle.
Oh, and also this. Drakengard and this. And Time Crisis 2 for somehow. Wait, he apparently did work on Drakengard 2 as a video editor, and that's it. That's all he did. Drakengard 2 isn't real. What videos did he edit? That game isn't real. Yeah. I mean, I made that joke to Squid a few weeks ago, and his response was, yeah, the famous trilogy, Drakengard and Drakengard 3.
Battle time. Beautiful.
My dad just sent a picture in the family group chat of 3 of our 4 cats laying on top of my mom. I would like the skills. I would like to be able to do things in battle. What the fuck is that? That is a very fancy design for an early game enemy. Especially in a series that has typically reserved designs like that for bosses and mini-bosses. And then things that end up being normal enemies later, but were originally bosses or mini-bosses. Oh right, I forgot he's technically credited as the writer for Final Fantasy XIV, and his writing included Nier. It's just Nier. They should have let Yoko Taro have free reign over Final Fantasy XIV. That should still kill. I have played an RPG in the last 20 years. Game. This is part of what I mean about it being very simplistic. They do not assume you know anything. This is very baby's first RPG. Baby's first RPG, but I like them. Even though I usually like much harder games. I like these games. They're interesting. They manage to be interesting despite how simplistic the base is. Was there a mention of the Red Dragon in the MMO story? The Final Fantasy XIV story? I'm going to be avoiding saying anything spoilers. Oh. How did I not hear about this? What? You're gaslighting me. I swear you're gaslighting me. Actually, yeah, I do want to. There was nothing. Oh, okay, it wasn't intentional. And the tweet isn't. Twitter broke. I can't open the Twitter post on my phone because Twitter fucking sucks. However, comma. Well, oh, the post is just gone. Okay. Sometimes Twitter does not like to let you look at things unless you have an account, which is fucking stupid, but the Reddit is garbage and refuses to open links in anything other than its built-in browser, where you can't open the thing in another browser to get it into the app, so you can use your fucking account to look at the thing. Fucking hate Reddit. I hate Twitter.
Battle time.
Fucking kill social media already. Wait, it's not... The centaur is not resistant to its element. I love that this game opened with this girl being set up as, like, the village badass fighting warrior girl shit. And then the boy shows up, and immediately after that, she gets a skill that increases her healing. And she is no longer the damage dealer. Boy appeared. Not your role anymore. You get to be a support character.
Battle time.
Extra fun because the boy is still just strictly better than her. Except for the fact that she has the healing passive that buffs her healing ability. The healing passive that heals better. Granted, to be fair to Yoko Taro,
Monsters block your path. Knowing you need to press on, you and the boy decide to strike them down.
his main other series has, like, every game in it has at least...
Get him.
I guess Nier 1 only has one, but almost all of his other games have at least 2 women that aren't just... actually written like they're there to fight. That's not the best way to phrase it, but... yeah. I guess Drakengard 1 also technically doesn't, but... like... The only thing the Drakengard 1 party should be used as an example of is how to write protagonists that are terrible people. The writing in Drakengard 1 is really good, but all of the protagonists are objectively terrible people. Like, intentionally. Actually, just everybody in that game. Except for maybe the priest, weirdly.
A large lever protrudes from a fixture in the ground. What might it control, you wonder? You heave the lever over to the other side. You hear rails squeaking somewhere off in the distance as they slide into place.
Both of the other Voice of Cards games also have
This
pretty
ribbon
good
so hand the boy quietly lends an ear as you reminisce of your village.
women characters.
It sounds like you were all one big family, he comments. You nod, a little teary-eyed. You realize
I'm sure this
that
one will
you've
get
been
better.
the only one talking, and ask the boy to tell you about his own past. But the boy simply shrugs you off. I don't see
It's
the
just
point,
first impression
he
is
says, somewhat sadly.
like, let the girl do her thing instead of immediately having some twink show up and be better at her job than she is, and immediately putting her into the generic girl support role. I hope she ends up actually being a red mage type character with her abilities.
Oh!
I mean, I guess I could still make her the damage dealer and put the guy on support, but that would just be worse. Not optimal. Which, to be fair, I have many times done things that are suboptimal just because I like it either thematically
That'll
or aesthetically the other way.
Oh!
Oh man, 2 damage. I'm just gonna kill. Kill. Oh, I found out last night. One of my friends and I found out last night when I went to go... Hold on, let me check pronouns really quick, because I just realized I don't actually have it in a while, and I'm not sure what they're using. Oh, she, her, he, him, okay. I went to go suggest one of my friends download the Trans Zone, because I played it on stream a while back, and that's what the, consume hormones thing is from. It's gone. It doesn't exist on itch anymore, and I didn't have it downloaded, so I couldn't send the files myself. It's gone. I'm gonna cry. Yeah. It was a space, not a hyphen. But yeah. Also a B at the beginning, but it still shows up when you search. But the page is a 404. And it doesn't show up in my library, even though I owned it. Granted, I did only look on itch. It might still be somewhere. If I knew where to look. Oh. Send me the page.
To battle.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Nope. Fuck. This fucking game. I'm never gonna get the higher ranked one. When there's multiple in a... multiple available in a choice.
Battle time.
Heal. Heal.
Oh!
Boys.
Get him.
This is gonna take its time. I don't remember. I don't remember. Do you remember? Heal. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
To battle.
Heal. Please make this fight go faster.
Beautiful.
Has the guy gotten any abilities? I don't remember Yeah, he gets healed. Oh. We've already got a mention of maidens. I mean, I figured that's where this was gonna go. I didn't think it was gonna just give it away that early. For reference, the second game in the series is... The Forsaken Maiden. And there were several, like, Maiden as a title in this setting. Wait, no. I need to switch the lever back. Speaking of maidens, they really should have had Vare's introduction in Elden Ring. They should have kept the beta version of his first interaction. I don't remember exactly what he says in the final version, but in the beta he says... He says, "You're maidenless, go fucking die in a ditch." He literally says, "Why don't you go die in a ditch somewhere?" Instead of trying to indoctrinate you into a cult. They're the same picture. Fair enough. Oh.
A sinister
Hi,
beast
CJ.
rears its head. It appears to be the Steel Primal. The monster seems enraged and has lost its senses. It's all your fault, you exclaim, brandishing your weapon at the beast. The Primal unleashes a roar, then lunges at you.
That's a design. I wasn't expecting that. It's much creepier than I was expecting. Oh boy. It's not like... You don't, like, draw from a deck or anything. It's just an RPG, but the art style is everything is portrayed as cards. Really. You do have energy management, though. Metal Punisher. You should play the games. There's 3 of them. This is the last one. I think there are... In... Actually, no. No. I don't remember. No. No. There are bugs, but I don't remember any mantises. No. I do. They only show up as enemies. If they are in the game. If they are in one of the prior games, they only show up as enemies. If they show up in this game, then you can shove them in a card and then use their skill yourself. Because this one is a blue mage game.
Get ready to
Yeah.
defend against...
Ah, cool. Yes, yes. I don't know if there's any way to get rid of enemy cards or monster cards. Kill. Just kill. I didn't realize it was so low. I shouldn't have bothered healing there. I should have just killed. Alright, do I get to shove the primal into a card? Get in the card, dumbass. Head as I do. I do get to shove the primal into a card. Get in the card, dumbass.
You successfully defeat the beast and capture it in a card. Your breathing
Real
is
Yu-Gi-Oh!
rapid
hours.
after having avenged your village. Let's report back, the boy says, and the two of you return to Steelborough. If you choose leave, you'll be whisked outside right away.
I do want...
You decide to explore the mines a bit more before...
I know there's nothing else in this room, but I gotta fill out the map, okay? A dire need. There will probably not be any reason to ever come back here. Unless there's like... Well, I can see there being a... like... a vaguely hinted at upgrade for abilities or weapons if you come back and do a refight with the primal. But... 5. Five gems. Although that could be really good. It is both an attack down and potentially 18 damage. And the fights that have happenstance cards, one of the potential happenstance cards is all dice roll 6s. which would be a guaranteed 18 damage to every enemy. Which is usually a lot, unless you're fighting something that's way under level. Although usually it can be quite a bit for early game. By the time I got around to, like, using really stupid shit in the super boss for the last game, I did end up, like, not having any reason to use the skill that did that in that game, because I could just do more with other options. No.
The senators await your return at Steel Hall. When you tell them you have defeated the Primal, they demand you give them the card. Why? You ask, not liking their tone. We're declaring war on the neighboring town, they tell you.
Of course.
The Primal's power will ensure our victory.
Complain.
Fighting beasts is hard enough. And now they want to fight other humans? I'm keeping the card, you say decisively.
This visual style that this group has generally been...
One of the men then turns to the boy and shouts, "Get that card." As ordered, the boy pushes you and takes the Steel Primal's card. What are you doing? One of the senators roars. Give me that card this instant. He approaches the boy, and then...
he just kills them!
The senators, taken aback, demand to know what the boy is doing. Getting revenge, he answers with a twisted grin. Did you forget who took you in, you fool? One senator demands fiercely. The boy spits and glares at the men. So he's getting revenge for the horrible things the senators have done to him. I'm a human being, he shouts, before killing every last one of them. You can barely stand to look at their mangled corpses.
Although, I say that about the groups that use...
At your shocked expression, the boy
this
says,
aesthetic in the prior
"I didn't
games
deserve to live."
generally being a good group. I don't know how or if these guys are related to them at all.
He explains that the Primal only became enraged after the senators attempted to claim its power. He also tells you that it was those same senators that sent the monsters to your village. It was all a ploy to get the Sub-Terran's power to control monsters. Faced with the truth, you find yourself at a loss for words. People will come after us. Let's go, he says, then pulls you along. We'll take a sand skiff and flee, he tells you. He claims there are plenty of them in Steelborough.
Yoink.
Just as the boy said, there are several sand skiffs at the entrance. Let's take one. Hurry, he says, running toward the boats. You scramble after him.
Yoink. Mine now.
Before you can board the boat, you stumble. What are you doing? The boy demands. Though his tone is harsh, he helps you up. Just then, guards from the city catch up to you and attack. A masterful victory! Destroy the other boats so they can't come after us, he instructs. You summon the Steel Primal, who easily crushes all the sand skiffs. They are squashed flat. This is the only vessel that can still move. Let's go. You and the boy board the boat, then make your way out of town. According to the boy, these boats can traverse quicksand, which is impossible on foot. Meaning, if you can get across some, your pursuers won't be able to follow. There's a large swath of it to the east. We'll lose them there, he says.
Oh, sick. All right, here we go.
I expected nothing less. You plunge the sand skiff over the quicksand, then cautiously look around. seems you've managed to shake your pursuers. The boy returns the steel primal card to you. I'm sorry for using it, he says. You take the card back from him. What do we do now? You whisper.
To get the fuck away from here.
You've both gotten your revenge. Neither of you had any plans beyond that. He turns to you and asks, isn't there anything you want to do? How about you? You question back. The boy gives a somewhat sad laugh. You place your hand to your chest and wonder what you want.
I'm gonna guess we're gonna say we want to go get Ram back.
You suddenly remember the dream you confessed to your plush animal. I want to see the stars, you say. It's been your dream since you were young. The boy nods. I'll show you the most beautiful stars in the world, he says. Then extends a hand to you. Take it. You both realize you haven't introduced yourselves yet and share a laugh. Lagol, he says. Where your journey to avenge your village ends, a new one with
Lagol and Allah
begins.
Okay, there were similar names that we could use as a guide. Also, what the fuck name is Lagol?
Several days after you escape Steelborough, Lagol helps you row aimlessly through the desert. Either one of you is liable to pass out at any moment. The sand skiff you stole as you fled the city has proven handy for getting around, but there isn't a scrap of food nor a drop of water aboard. You probably should have had more of a plan, you think to yourself. The two of you row in complete silence. You fear if you make so much as a peep, the sheer effort involved will cause you to collapse. You propel the boat forward with all your might, when suddenly, a patch of quicksand swallows your sand skiff whole.
Really?
Where are we? You look around, trying to figure out where the quicksand has spit you out. At the very least, your tight grip on the boat has prevented you from getting separated from Lagol. But in a desert this vast and empty, there's no telling how far the quicksand might have taken you. We better find some water, Lagol grumbles, shaking sand out of every possible crevice. His comment snaps you out of your bewilderment. You nod at him and begin searching your surroundings for potable water. Unfortunately, your legs are less cooperative. They may as well be made of lead. You're so thirsty, even the act of breathing feels painful. The sun's rays beat down upon you. It's so hot. You need water. Your head is killing you. You open the tray to snatch it up, but it's empty. Legol's shoulders drop in unison with yours. You lift your head. There before you, impossibly, walks Ram, your plush animal. No. No, no, no. You shake your head. That isn't real. As consciousness threatens to forsake you, you catch sight of a young man. You've come at a very good time, he chirps. Well, for me at least, he says, launching into a story before you can get a word in edgewise. His words flow as quickly as the quicksand that brought you here. Legol musters every last ounce of his strength to try and interrupt the torrent of babble, when suddenly a monster's cry issues from behind the youth. You see, I was about to be attacked by foul beasts, the youth says, beaming.
Oh my god.
Yes, you've come at a very good time indeed, he chirps again, which must be his way of asking for your help. You certainly haven't the strength to escape. Looks like you're in
They're
for a
going
fight.
crazy and he's autistic.
Calling upon the steel primal helped you
But we
fell
didn't.
the monsters. But before you can catch your breath, what on earth was that?
Seal
He says,
Legol.
rushing up behind you from
Yeet.
his vantage point for the battle. He peppers you with questions and comments in his breathless style. That was the steel primal, wasn't it? The fact that you can control it means you're one of the fabled Subterrans. You are, aren't you? I had no idea you actually existed. Well, if today isn't my lucky day, if you don't mind my asking, how do you control that beast? I have deduced that the card you're holding there is the key to controlling them, but beyond that, Ugh. Whew, this guy sure can talk. He pays your pained expression no mind as he carries on, finally realizing
It's
that
gonna
he
be
has
something
yet
related to
introduce himself.
Cypriander.
The young man's name is Polka, and he's on a long, winding journey in pursuit of monsters to study.
No. I do not mean coriander. Okay.
As if you hadn't heard enough.
There was a character
He
in the
asks
prior
if
two
you'd like to
names.
hear an
Prior
explanation
two
about the
games
primal.
named Cypriander. Or Cypriander? I don't remember. Who looks very similar to him.
You make another desperate plea for water. Polka, however, hasn't even done you the courtesy of waiting for an answer. He's already chattering away about the primals. There are 3 kinds, he tells you at breakneck speed. In addition to the steel primal, there exists a fire
Vola.
primal and a frost primal. And all are powerful enough to cause changes in their natural environment because of reasons. Unfortunately, your fevered brain can parse no more of his blathering. Look, we helped you, so give us some water already, Ligol barks, clearly out of patience. Finally, Polka closes his mouth for the first time since you've met. He looks rather contrite, for he, too, has no water on his person. You stare
Yeah, I've
at
been
him,
calling him a twink
speechless.
the whole time.
You know, I'm actually rather thirsty, he says, and collapses.
I'm pretty
into
sure the
sand.
word twink is technically restricted by Twitch's terms of service.
Clearly, his was a thirst brought on by incessant blabbering, rather than fleeing from monsters. You both look at Polka's crumpled form, and then at one another. Mind and body pushed well beyond their limits, the two of you finally surrender to sweet, sweet unconsciousness.
"4 hours later, because we were able to tell while we were passed the fuck out.
You awaken to find yourself lying down inside a tent. Startled, you leap to your feet. Well, you seem much better, a woman says sweetly as she enters. She says she found the 3
Yeah.
of you collapsed in the desert and nursed
Oh
you back
man,
to
this
health.
model is back. This sprite, I mean. They made her even shinier. There was not this much shine highlight in the prior games.
You thank her and quickly ask where she's taken Ligol. She tells you Ligol woke up not long before. He and Polka are at a stall outside. You exit the tent to find several more lined up before you. it looks like you've been picked up by a caravan.
Gaming. No, I don't. I don't want an explanation, thank you. I would like to not go first, thank you. I'm going last. Oh, fuck off. Oh, okay, sure. Sick. There are suits. I never noticed that there are suits before. I don't think it really mattered. There were 4 of each card in the prior ones. I don't think the suits really mattered. Oh, fuck. No! Oh, sets. That's not a set! That's not a set! Fuck you. Jesus. Oh, if a set makes a 3-card... That's not a set. That's not what the term... That's not what that means. Takes effect every turn. I'm not winning this one. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm gonna cry. Sure. I'll fucking take it. Thank you. Oh, the game's over. Sick. RNG said no.
Don't let it get you down. Come back and play again, the voice says with a wave.
I thought you had to win to get the next. I don't remember if the rewards are for number of wins or highest difficulty win, or you have to win on each difficulty. I don't remember. Little shit. Fuck. That's 24 points. Okay. Shit, you could get 36 points from just that. If you get 5, 7, 8, or 5, 6, 7. I hate this game. If I lose this one, I'm gonna do this off stream. Why would you... Why? Give me a 6. Hey! Yeah! Of course! Okay. Get fucked. Let me play. Sure. 3. Okay, so I win. Yeah. Whoa.
I knew you'd win, the boy beamed.
Oh, there's
placing a
trophies for
commemorative
each type
prize in your hand.
anyway, so I'm gonna be playing each type at least once anyway.
A simple but sturdy tent stands before you. It's suitable shelter in even the harshest environments.
Oh, right, Vola. The protagonist in this game uses twin blades. Protagonist is a Dark Souls 2 fan. I have no clue what that means. I never played it.
You arrive at the stall to find Legol and Polka devouring food as if it were a competition.
Oh. Why is that only displayed in the simplified break? That's fucking dumb.
You heave a sigh of relief upon seeing them alive and well. Legol notices you as he reaches for a bit of food. He stays his hand and instead beckons you over. "Get in on this," he says between bites. You waltz calmly up to the table, snatch up an entire barrel of some liquid or other, and proceed.
Oh boy,
to
this can
drink it
only go
dry.
well.
Having eaten and drank your fill, you
Um,
offer thanks for the meal.
I mean, to be fair, with handguns, automatic just means not a revolver. Semi-auto
According to Legol and
handguns are
Polka,
still
a stout
automatics
man treated them to their meal at the stall earlier.
because I think it originally comes from like I don't know, actually. I'm not really sure. You.
You find the man hurrying about busily and thank him for the meal. Ah, you're all awake, he says with a satisfied nod. He introduces himself as the circus's ringmaster and explains that they're on a tour of the desert.
This card art was used for the fast travel
As someone
carriage
fascinated by
man
the circus,
in
you'd always wanted
at least
to talk
the
with
first
a ringmaster.
game.
It's your
The
lucky
fast
day.
travel was just you in the second game.
Before you speak so much as a syllable, the caravan is beset by monsters. You all draw your weapons and prepare for a fight. Polka barges into battle unannounced. I too shall fight, he proclaims. Legol asks if he can fight, to which Polka replies that it comes with the territory when one studies monsters. You're in for a world of hurt if you underestimate science, because science makes medicine. And
Okay.
you shouldn't underestimate that, Polka rambles, drawing his weapon. You take up arms shoulder to shoulder
He
with Polka
got the tism
and
real
prepare
bad.
to fight.
Ah. Fighting comes with the territory of studying monsters. Motherfucker doesn't have any way to deal damage. I'm gonna go get something to drink really quick. I need to take my meds in a minute. Ah! I forgot to pause the VOD. I wasn't up long. I don't think it matters. And there's my meds alarm. Wow.
The Ringmaster thanks you profusely for defeating the monsters. It seems the countless monster attacks are to blame for scattering his troop to the winds. He's at a loss for what to do. You notice, however, that the number of sighs he's peppered his story with feels very intentional. He looks your way rather bashfully. You suspect he wants your help. Of course we'll help you, Polka blurts out before you can answer. But the three of you expect fair compensation for the effort, he adds slyly. Polka turns to you and Legol, grinning from ear to ear. Let's get going, he chirps excitedly. Did you hear him correctly? Yes, it seems like you did. And just like that, you and Legol have been roped into helping too. Legol objects, only to be drowned out by Polka's contemporaneous rebuttal. A treatise on the value of money and friendship in travel. And so it goes that you, Legol, and Polka end up combing the desert for lost circus troopers.
What even is his attack? 9. And I get 200 more from something. Not unless I sell my only revive item. I'll just get it when we come back. Oh. Or I'll go get it now. I guess.
The Bizarre Rock transformed into an Aqua Rock. The only way out of this fight
Fucking
is
Bizarre
to
Rocks!
get him.
They actually... Fuck. Inflict freeze? Having a freeze this early would be real cool.
Battle time.
Stop. The hiccups. Oh. Allah is back to... is back to being the DPS. Oh, sick. I'm still not gonna sell one of them. You don't usually get any option for, like, buying those until fairly late.
Battle time. You see a lone tent pitched in the middle of the desert. You approach it and peer inside, but nobody's home. Surely a circus performer must be around here somewhere. A mysterious
Help.
voice calls from who knows where. You look around once more, but see no signs of life.
Help.
There it is again, clearer this time. You turn and look behind you.
Oh man, here we go. Here's the...
There's a severed head in the sand. Or at least, it looks severed. But it's alive? The head frantically beseeches you for aid. Apparently, it hid in the sand during a monster attack and could not free itself afterward. You all grab hold and pull in an attempt to dislodge the perhaps not disembodied head.
Yeah, there we go.
And wouldn't you know it, it was attached to a young man who performs in the circus. He helpfully informs you that there are 2 others who were separated from the troupe during the attacks. He says they too may have hidden or otherwise disguised themselves. You resume your search, eyes primed to pick out anything unusual.
Early boy. Kill. I said kill.
Something catches the light in the sand. You pull it loose, revealing a somewhat tarnished bangle. That might be the bangle capable of freeing the Sand Prowler Czar, Polka blurts out. To hear Polka tell it, the Sand Prowler Czar was a monster that once ruled this region through fear and despair. And he's careful to note that some monsters still revere this Czar. Well, legend has it that the Sand Prowler Czar is sealed in the sand ruins, Polka explains. If Polka's telling the truth, then you're holding something pretty dangerous. You figure it can't hurt to keep something so potentially valuable and slip it into your pack. You sense another long polka lecture coming and start walking. You hear the sound of feet hurriedly whooshing through the sand as he tries to catch up. Those were just his feet, right? Yeah, had to be.
Oh, hey. I found the ruins.
This cactus doesn't look unusual at first glance. You reach out and touch it, but it wiggles? Whoa. It's actually a woman from the circus. You saw right through my disguise. I'm impressed. she says with a confident smile. She hurries back to her fellow performer's tent.
That's a new... That chest wasn't there before.
There's a strange sound coming from this treasure chest. You open it to find a very alive young boy from the circus inside. "You saved me," he pants. "I was about to suffocate in there." The boy makes a beeline for his fellow performer's tent. Having found the remaining 2 performers the young man mentioned, you return to his tent. He thanks you warmly and makes way for the ringmaster's waiting caravan.
What the fuck? There's still more?
You happen upon a tent pitched in front of some ruins. Might there be another performer within? You peer inside. Why, yes, the young girl you see before you may well be one of the performers, but she's rather tearful at the moment. "Are you with the circus?" Polka asks gently. The girl nods. "Yes, beast tamer, circus," she says through her tears, before begging for your help. Wading through the fragmented words, you gather that a monster swallowed her performing partner and ran off. She goes on to lament that this is all her fault, as sobs rack her body anew. "We have to help her," Polka says softly. He declares that he cannot abide turning away from someone who's been separated from someone they care for. You're inclined to agree with him. So long as there are lives to be saved, you'll fight to save them.
Will I?
"Are you okay?" Legol asks carefully, sensing that you're in pain. You nod and begin walking toward the ruins.
Is this gonna be a whole fucking dungeon? Yeah, I'll do this. Not right now. I will probably stream tomorrow night, since this one was very late, unintentionally. But for now, that's stream.
Water!
And let me find someone to read. I'm gonna raid Callista. Please do not steal her kneecaps. She, her, playing Skyrim. Callista often joins my voice chat while I'm streaming. I don't know. I don't think an elbow is its own thing. Pretty sure an elbow is like part of your forearm instead of a separate bone like the kneecap is. Either way, please do not name my friends. Please. Thank you.